Now, I am going to talk about the psychosomatic mechanisms and their role in health and disease in general. Then what is yoga? And as ideal body-mind medicine and work done so far. Many places and in India also. Now, psychosomatic mechanisms and their role in health and disease. Now, we already know mind and body relationship. It's both ways. Mind affects body and body mind. So this is called psychosomatic. And even the Chark Samhita has mentioned in the Sutta Sthanam, Sattam Atma Shariram Cha Tremev Siddhandavat. So modern medicines are mainly physical, body. This is body, it has a mind, may have soul also. But Chark says, Sattam is inner cell, which mind includes that. Subtle body, Atma. And Shariram Cha, body also. So that is the other way they say. Tremev, the threefold, and that's why it is holistic. Ayurveda is holistic. Modern medicine is not. Yoga is holistic. So anyway, body-mind is there. There are this bi-directional interaction between mind and body. That's important. So now mind-body medicine is already started. We have mind-body institutes in US, other countries. And so using mind in conjunction with the body to assist healing process. That's the aim of yoga, Ayurveda also. It will be the aim of modern medicine in future, very soon. Now, so bi-directional, reciprocal interaction at many levels. Not only mind, you can say brain from our point of view. Brain and body, various organs. You get after brain gets appearance, brain gives difference. And not only that, brain also, right and left. Prefrontal lobe and subcortical area, limbic system. Within prefrontal lobe, various parts, they have bi-directional interaction. And that is what is important for that maintains your health. If there is no proper interaction, then disease. So the influence of physiology maintain homeostasis, that is the balance, and thereby determine our physical and mental health or ill health, whatever it is. Now, indices of this integration, how we measure? Of course, there are so many indices still coming up. The autonomic status, which can be measured by vagal tone, HRV, very common nowadays. Hormonal immune status and markers of inflammation. This is already going on nowadays. Now, mind-body interaction, they promote homeostasis, very important. Enhance mental well-being, reduce stress, depression, cycles are there, and very common. Everybody has some sort of stress and depression. Improve physiological functions, like the cardiac function, respiratory function, muscle function, all functions. Autonomic function, they improve. Improve glucose tolerance, thereby good for diabetes, isn't it? Coronary artery disease, hypertension, and modulate neuroendocrine, immune and inflammatory response by mind-body interaction. Many mind-body therapies are already very popular now. West also, India also. Ayurveda is one of them. Ayurveda is actually the physical medicine, but mind-body is very, very important. But you have mainly this psychological techniques like that. And a wide range of potential benefits are there, and lot of people use chronically ill patients because modern medicine we are not able to treat them. Hypertension, diabetes, coronary artery, arthritis, whole lifelong treatment is there. So many of them take the mind-body therapies. And yoga is the most ancient, but most modern, most scientific, most effective mind-body therapy now. And so if you elucidate scientific basis of these mechanisms of mind-body therapies, then they'll become more acceptable. So that's our now this duty. Now let us see what are the physiological basis of this mind-body therapy, which I have already given you some hint. Now the concept is that top down. Suppose I am doing meditation, hypnosis, they are doing it. It acts mainly on the body, it is mind, brain, and then body. Now yoga techniques also, meditation is there also, it is top down. Or you have kriyas also. So from periphery goes to mind. Now when I am doing say yoga practice, for example, physical exercise, yoga, what difference is there? Say you have seen Surya Namaskar, any yoga technique. Bending down, breathing out. Bending up, by the time I am up, breath is also full. So breath-body coordination is there. That is yoga. There will be full harmony. And then mind also. I am not seeing outside. I am doing the practice. And I am fully observing. The movement is there, breath is there, breath, body, mind coordination. 3 in 1. That is yoga. Yoga is union, coordination, harmony. That is what makes, what has effect on your health or ill health if there is no coordination. If you do physical exercise, I am doing movement is there, breath is there, mind is somewhere else. If you do Surya Namaskar, the beauty of this. So top-down effects will be there, but every technique will be both top-down as well as bottom-up also. But primarily you have, say, meditation, hypnosis, primarily top-down. You can physical, yoga also we have many physical techniques. It becomes primarily bottom-up, but every technique has both components. So, but this concept was there, and top-down and the bottom-up. So suppose you do Kriya, any Kriya we do, and the corrective feedback to CNS. You see now, when I'm doing any yoga technique, you see any yoga movement, both limbs, normally it is mostly right side, on the left brain, right brain is not taken care of, yoga both sides. I do pranayama, for example, both sides are one side, then followed by other side. It balances the brain, isn't it? It modulates the neuronal activity, and ultimately the permanent change in the brain when you go on doing it repeatedly. So that's what happened in the. Now there's a concept of executive homeostatic network, which consists of prefrontal cortex. We know all this. This is highly developed in the prefrontal lobe. We teach in physiology also. It is a 30% of our brain cortex. In lower animals, very, very poor. Prefrontal lobe, cortex, and anterior is the prefrontal cortex here. Anterior cingulate cortex is there in between the two hemispheres. Anterior cingulate cortex and insular cortex here. This is the temporal lobe. These areas, see, it will just this area, prefrontal executive homeostatic network. The concept was the Critchley et al., and they have given this concept that this is very important, which is important for coordinating the mind-body interaction. So mainly prefrontal lobe, isn't it? We teach in physiology also our emotions, mainly limbic, rage, fighting. When testosterone is there, we become very aggressive, male becomes aggressive. But we have prefrontal lobe. When more testosterone is there, you become more male and more better control, like Lord Rama and Lord Krishna, helping others, not a devil, isn't it? The prefrontal lobe is above the limbic system. And not only that, they also say that the prefrontal lobe and limbic is just like riding on the horse without reins. It is not so. There are innumerable unknown functional connections which can be developed functionally, isn't it? So that is there, the prefrontal cortex mainly, and also other parts of this. And prefrontal cortex, as I told you just now, is the big area which you are not using. So even one pen drive, each neuron can be as good as a one pen drive. How much one pen drive can have by training, yoga training, meditation. So much is there available. And we are like animals using only limbic system, not using this, isn't it? So much is to be used by training. So widespread connections are there. Important components of the stress circuit. When stress is there, you perceive. And how you respond to stress, it depends on not only limbic system, or no, which is this hypothalamus, limbic, hypothalamus, then cortex and this adrenal cortex, or this HPA axis. This has got very important role to modulate your response to the stress. And so functions are impaired by stressors, different types of stressors, right side, left side study has been done. And now then anterior cingulate cortex also, it will connect with the higher emotions and the lower limbic function. So dorsal part of the anterior cingulate cortex there. So cognitive functions along with the prefrontal lobe, where the ventral part more with the neuroendocrine. But anyway, it's very complex connection. And insular cortex also. Now see, and they have seen also inflammatory bowel brain functions. Now, so the role of vagus also, this is unimaginable. What vagus will have to do with this one? And you know, vagus is all of you, we call vagus a vagabond. Even this is the sound also, isn't it? From there up to pelvis, everything, afferents, 20,000 afferent fibers are there, efferents also there. And now, yoga also, when you do, we are doing, say, the Navli Kriya, many of you will be aware of that, this Agnisar, many techniques, lower breathing also, there must be afferent information, and both sides. And modulating the neuron have been found to be a very, very important role to play in the stress also, stress response. And chronic stress, you already know what happens, chronic stress is there, what you can do, the endocrine changes, ultimately immunological changes, and the degenerative changes, and yoga is the anti-stress. The best means to prevent as well as cure stress, the best way. Every yoga technique can help you in the stress, even the physical movements. Because I told you, when you do any, I'm standing, slow breathing in, get up, and mind is there. mind, body, breath coordination. It will relax you. At the end of a physical yoga practice session, you will feel relaxed, not tired, isn't it? So it is anti-stress. And definitely meditation, shavasana, yoga nidra, slow deep breathing, they are very, very relaxing, highly relaxing, immediate effect. Within minutes of medicine. See, what is now situation? How many diabetes we have now? And after 20 years, how many diabetes is there? Whether a capital or that doesn't matter. China has taken the trophy. We will also become diabetic capital. China is very, very common, isn't it? Hypertension, these are estimates. This is India, not world over. What is the status of the whole world? And most of diabetes develop hypertension, arthritis, all problems, sleep problems, this pain, that pain is there. What is modern medicine doing? Giving medicine whole life. Then they get problem with the medicine, isn't it? And if you take yoga, has it all answers? No. Did you get health for all 2080? No. 3000 did you get? No. Unless you integrate. If you integrate, even then it's difficult, but it will be much, much better. And you become holistic physician. You are a physician and learn yoga also. You learn yoga, practice yoga, you become more efficient, more calm, you can be more useful to patients. You have practiced yoga, you know yoga, you can teach yoga to not only patients, to community also. The doctor can be a very great teacher, isn't it? So that's important. So limitations of allopathy are the strengths of yoga. Isn't it? Chronic disorders which you are not able to treat, can be managed by yoga. In initial stages, we have got yoga comes from Adi Vyadi. You know, Adi is also the Tamil word also, Sanskrit word. Ultilam Adi. Adi means beginning. Before the disease becomes manifest the body level, the mind, yoga is very highly useful in any other condition. When the body organs are affected in the beginning, even then you can be affected. When there are pathological changes, permanent changes, then you cannot do much as a treatment. But it can improve quality of life. It can reduce drug dosage. It is beneficial for comorbidities, isn't it? Now see, best lifestyle ever designed. First lifestyle yoga, world. Best lifestyle yoga, isn't it? Now see, beauty of yoga. For my body, physical asana, pranayama. For my mind, meditation. But we are doing yoga, mind is there. Every technique is psychosomatic. Some are more psychic, some are more somatic. But all techniques are psychosomatic, isn't it? For spiritual development. It promotes my health, prevents disease, cures. Also rehabilitative. Post, for example, surgery or coronary or arthritis, you can be also rehabilitative. It's for horizontal development of a body and deep in meditation and ultimately samadhi, vertical development. That is yoga. Yoga is science, no doubt. Yoga is philosophy, yoga is art. How beautiful. So that is why it is so effective. It's holistic. It is not just one thing only. That's why yoga is so effective. Now, best for stress, no doubt in that. Yoga is anti-stress, isn't it? And yoga can leave this also. How much work has been done? I'll give you a few examples. Now, he is a physiologist. He did physiologist. He has done transcendental meditation. And that during meditation is a wakeful hypermetabolic physiological state. Your metabolism is reduced after they change, EEG changes in the air, AMG changes in the air, heart rate, everything will change. But this is found and published this, and it's a very prestigious journal. Wakeful hypermetabolic physiological state. Now the Benson, he was a cardiologist, and so he sees the same again meditation and yoga for drug abuse. He was giving yoga for the hepatitis, and when he found hepatitis improved, but again he found that all of them spontaneously stopped without telling them. If you tell them don't take alcohol, don't take this, they would come to your class. Isn't it? And then they said because after doing meditation, we don't feel like drinking or smoking. Automatically, because your taste changes, your personality changes, your behavior changes, they stopped. So he was doing yoga for hypertension. That's also there. And he got the side effect of the research, yoga for drug abuse. And this is also a prestigious journal. It's a New England Journal of Medicine. Now, Ornish, when he was doing this MBBS, he stopped study for some time. He got that time America is a long queue for the coronary, it's not so now, transplant, grafting. But they will be 60, 70. Here in India, it's only 20, 30. You go to this IT professionals in Bangalore, they're very common there, very young people. And they are not having very severe condition. They're waiting for surgery. He took them to hospital, not hospital, to the hotel. And he has written a book. It was a New York bestseller, Dean Ornish Program for Reversing Heart Disease. He found that angiographically demonstrable reduction in the coronary thickness by yoga training. He called lifestyle and diet also, and he has published it, Lancet, a very prestigious journal. That is, can lifestyle changes reverse coronary heart disease? He was the disciple of Swami Satchidananda. He has mentioned the book. That book is available book. You can find the work or he gave me a thumb that novel-like book. And so that is the potential. And our culture, we are not aware of this, and they are doing. And another point, in any field you find, there will be hundreds, thousands of papers, any field. But yoga, we do not have so much work. It's all virgin field to be researched. Yoga for my physiological function, so many. Brain function, heart function, lung function, muscle function, and many techniques of yoga, pranayam, this technique, meditation. Then for disease also, it is so much wide field for you to study. And thereby, so we see this one. And also psychoneurology, psychoendocrine immunology, this one, immunology, and the new branch, and to improve the immune response. Stress will, because the cortisol and the lymphocytes, it will deteriorate your function. Yoga is a very good immunomodulator. In Ayurvedic herbs also, they have rasayan, which are supposed to be improve the immunomodulation. But most of the allopathic drugs only depress immunity. And we depress immunity in cancer also. Ayurveda will improve immunity to fight cancer. The approach is different. So that is there. So